Middletown police say James's mother, Brittany Gosney, murdered her son. Then she and her boyfriend, James Hamilton, dumped his body in the Ohio River. According to new police records released today, Brittany told police Hamilton wanted her to get rid of her children. She reportedly told police she drove James and his two siblings to Rush Run Park in Preble County, and she, quote, planned to get the kids out of the vehicle and to leave them behind, as Hamilton had been pressuring her to get rid of the kids. The report says James grabbed the door handle and Brittany slammed the gas, trying to leave the kids, and drug Hutchinson, possibly running him over. She reportedly left James and her two other kids in the lot, then returned. James was dead. Police say she drove his body and the two other children back to their home in Middletown before the couple dumped James's body in the Ohio River.
I mean, it's just sick. This poor kid still has no justice. No one knows where he is right now.
It's just heart-wrenching that this baby lost his life for non-apparent reason.
At the memorial, people cried, looking at all of the balloons, toys, photos, and personal messages left for James.
My heart, this is a baby. Baby, all he wanted to be was loved.
And back here live on the scene, just about 20 seconds ago, 3 Middletown police officers went back into the house here on Crawford. I asked one of the detectives if they were doing some more evidence collecting, and they said they are serving and executing another search warrant at this hour. So we'll be here live trying to get more information about that. One other thing I did want to point out about what we learned today, new information. According to those police records that I obtained from Preble County, Gosney reportedly brought the children and killed James at 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Reporting live in Middletown, Karen Johnson, WLWT News 5.
Yeah, hopefully that ain't too hot in the neck and too. You get any res plays this night? As well as to be expected, I reckon.
Yeah.
Alright.
I still can't believe I'm fucking with her trying to limit this bullshit.
Right.
Really can't.
Well,
I feel so terrible about it.
Sure.
I really do.
Right. So did you get with one of the COs asking to speak with us? I thought somebody said you asked to talk to us again. Okay.
One guy, he was there and he told me that he was going to be pulling me out.
Okay, very good. Since you're here, I got a different day. I got to read these to you again. Same thing as before. I'm going to go ahead and read through it all though for you. It says, warning, I'm a police officer and warn you that you have the right to remain silent, that anything you say can and will be used in a court of law against you, that you have the right to consult with the lawyer before and during any while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you free before any questioning will begin, and you may stop talking to me or any other officer at any time during questioning. Do you understand all these rights?
Yes.
Go ahead and make it 3-1. Can't believe it's March already. 3-1 of 21. And make it 0752.
Oops, I wrote that wrong at the spot.
That's all right.
0752
AM. And then if you sign that top line and read that paragraph to me, that'd be great.
James Hutchinson has been advised of all my rights as contained on this card, and I understand all of them, and I wish to talk to you without having a lawyer present.
So kind of where we are right now is we talked for a while yesterday, and I'm sure you were kind of jacked up and excited, which is totally understandable. I think you were mostly honest with us yesterday.
I was 100% honest with you.
So, where we're at right now is Brittany has given a lot of information that makes sense. We've been able to corroborate some of it. there were a few things in particular that I wanted to ask you about. Right now we're at the point where we're kind of missing some pieces. You've already kind of explained a lot of your involvement, so the missing pieces are quasi-irrelevant. They're not super important, but I need these pieces just to tie everything together. Does that make sense?
Yes. One, I mean, your partner told me he let me get some phone numbers and that.
Yes, and I just thought of that. Remind me of that.
When am I going to be entitled to use the phone and have a bond?
I don't know right now. I can't give you an exact time. There's a couple. I mean, you're going to go up to court at some point today. I know just kind of due to the circumstances for cases like this that are kind of like, I guess, not that any other cases are.
Can I ask, exactly what all have you said?
Well, and this is kind of where this comes into play. As a general rule, what we do is I'd kind of like to kind of start over again, and a lot of the stuff you've told me, maybe some stuff you left out or were unsure of, or maybe at the time it didn't seem important, but now is kind of where I'd like to start from. Maybe we'll go back even a day earlier, and I'm just going to let you kind of talk me through the next 48 to whatever hours.
Go back the last 9 months with you. All what it has been is a big argument over that boy between me and her.
Over which boy?
James.
James.
He was always causing problems for us. What do you really want to know?
Yeah. Does he use the same problems? What kind of problems was he causing?
Raising his hand towards his mom,
right.
Raising her, not pointing to the schoolwork.
Sure.
Just a problem child.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
He took after his dad. His dad didn't.
Who was his dad?
Louis Edward Hutchinson.
Louis Edward.
As far as I know.
L-E-W? Or
L-E-W-I-S.
Louis, what is his middle name?
Edward. I don't know how to spell that.
I got you. Edward
Hutchinson. Did she even tell you his name?
I think she may have told the Hoover. It was really kind of irrelevant, but I got it anyway. So let's go.
I knew he was living up in Piqua, Ohio.
Oh, okay. So let's start. I think the last time we talked, we started Friday at noon. Let's go back to Thursday at noon. Okay, let me ask you this. So what days of the week do the kids go to school?
Mondays and Tuesdays.
Monday and Tuesdays. And what hours do they go to school?
They get picked up by the bus at 7:15, 7:30, somewhere right along in there. It might be 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Because there's mornings I'm not going to work.
Right.
And they don't get home till around 4:15 off
the
bus somewhere.
And that's on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yes.
So did all of them go to school on Monday? Or on Tuesday?
Yes.
And they all went to school on Monday?
Yes.
Okay, so they all go...
It's the homeschooling part where he gives her the problem.
Okay, because they do a homeschooling when?
Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday is supposed to be a video conference.
Yeah, right. So for a homeschooling, do they use a tablet, or what do they use?
The school sent a computer home with each one of them.
Oh, okay. Where do they keep those at? In the house?
Sitting right downstairs in the living room.
Okay.
She wouldn't allow them to take them up to the room. They done broke 2 of them, and James broke 1.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. Broke 2 and broke 1.
Okay. So they all 3 get off the bus on Tuesday afternoon. about four or five-ish, right around there. And so, did anything out of the sorts with anybody, either of the kids, happen Tuesday night? So, we're into Wednesdays. Did any of them get in trouble? Any of them fight with each other? Any of them fall down the stairs?
Pretty much in trouble, sir.
Right.
They always was lying to us. Everyone.
About what?
Everything. I mean, we asked them one little simple question, and no, I didn't do that, and we know they did. And they just, I mean, everything.
Kind of all three of them, a continual behavioral problem.
Yes.
I gotcha. Are any of them on any type of medication, or are
They all, okay, 2 years ago, they lived down in Kentucky. James Hutchinson, Brittany, Gosney, and the 3 kids all lived down in Kentucky.
What part?
I want to say Lawrenceburg.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Okay.
From what I recall. Might have been Lexington.
Lexington, okay. So they all lived in Lexington.
He calls her sister, Priscilla Farley, my soon-to-be ex-wife, needing a place to stay. After investigated 2 foreign kids, and they're scared 2 foreign kids are going to come take their kids and all of this.
And it's just 3 kids?
Yes.
He doesn't have any kids by anybody else?
No.
Okay.
Well, me and him, he lived with me before up here at 505 Crawford, first floor is where we lived at the first time.
Right.
Well, him and my buddy's wife takes off and leaves. He goes down to Lexington, a bunch of stuff was supposed to happen. He called her. But 2 years ago, they called my wife wanting to come up and live with us.
And that was Priscilla?
Yes.
Okay.
We let him come and live with us. Me and my wife was arguing and fighting and all of that a lot constantly, like I told you before. I was on the process of leaving her and that.
Sure.
I told her, I said, because she asked me about it, she knew I didn't really want nothing to do with her brother because how he's done us in the past.
Sure.
I told her, I said, I don't care, it's up to you, I'm on my way out the door. I mean, she knew I was getting ready to be leaving.
Right.
Well, she decided to go ahead and go down and get me. I was the only one who drove. I took off, I went down there, I picked all 3 of the kids up, Brittany and him. Me and my wife, all in my pickup truck. Not enough room or nothing for all of them.
Right.
Me taking a chance, child endangerment and all of that. Got them back up here. We lived all together at 1229 Woodside. Apartment 1, first floor. We lived there probably 6 months, 7 months. There was one night I got up late at night. I was in the kitchen standing in the window looking out. My sciatic nerve was bothering me. So I was walking through the house trying to get it to quit. All of a sudden, I go into the living room. The wife came out, went to the bathroom. She went into the daughter's room, checked on the daughter, went back over into her room. I came out, I sat on the couch. Well, when she was in the bathroom is when I came and sat on the couch. She came out of the bathroom, went in the daughter's room, on her way back through, she noticed me sitting on the couch. She accused me of being in there fucking Brittany with Eddie right there, Lewis, right there with her. No, never happened. Well, that caused a big argument. We took them and dropped them back off down there in Kentucky, the same place I brought them from.
Right.
Me and the wife got talking about it and that. I told her, I said, it's not fair to these kids. I said, we cannot let these kids get took from them for our stupidity. So we decided to go back down and get them. We came back up. I was in the process of trying to get Brittany her license, on the wife about getting her license. Well, took them over when I say them, I mean Lewis and Brittany, over to, I can't even think of the name of the park now. It wasn't Smith Park. You cross over the railroad tracks, go up the hill, you make a left-hand turn, and it's right down in there, you make another left-hand turn. No, it's not Sunset. It's up off 122 there. But you,
Seabolt.
There we go, Seabolt. I took them to Seabolt Park, let Eddie Lewis drive my truck. He drove around in there for a while, doing pretty good and that. I want to try. Okay, let Brittany drive my truck. She's doing pretty good and all of that. I had my car at the time. Well, took them over there in that the next time, let them drive it around in that. All of a sudden, the next thing I know, she just started taking it upon herself, thinking she could drive my car when she wanted to without license.
And this is Brittany?
Yes.
Right.
And, man, that was so tight. But, all of a sudden, I get a phone call one day. I'm at work. Lewis, I call him Eddie. That's for years, that's all we call him.
Right.
But Lewis and her got into a real big argument. Lewis took James with him, wouldn't give him to her. Well, I told her, I said, you're the mother, state of Ohio is mother, state, you got all rights. Call the police on them.
Right.
Well, she never did. She called his cell phone, told him what was going on. If you don't give me him, I'm going to call the police on you. Well, finally she got him. It was the day after work. I got off around 4:30, 4:45, somewhere right along in there. I met up with her. I took my truck and parked it at my buddy's house. We drove around in the car for a while. I asked her what she wanted to do. She was cooling off, going back to the house. Or what? She said no, she did not want to go back there.
Right.
Well, me, kind heart like I am, didn't want to see them kids or nothing on the street.
Right.
I went and rented a motel.
And that's whenever you guys really started being together?
We was in the motel room for about 3 days, 4 days. Everything's fine. Kids, no problem, no nothing. She started having feelings for me. I mean, according to my wife and her ex-old man, they all was saying that she was telling them that I was too old for her. I mean, ever since my wife told me that, I fucked her that time.
Sure.
I said, all you're causing is making me want to now. And she just kept it up. Oh, you fucked her. You fucked her. Well, I finally came out in the whole house. I told her, old man, told her to her face. And even my wife. I said, well, now I want to fuck her. And me and her stayed in the motel about 3 nights before me and her did anything. Nobody believes me on that. I mean, I'll take a lie.
I believe it. I believe it.
And that's how it really led to me.
That's how you and Brittany got together?
Yes.
Okay. So, but at what point did the kids start really being an issue? Because you guys have been together, what, how long? Altogether
that was either March or May of last year. I can't really remember.
Right. So you've been together for almost a year.
Almost a year.
Okay. Yes. So, at what point did the kids really start being an issue?
Well, I mean, 1 minute they'd be an issue, we punish them, put them in a corner. I mean, we try to mask things with these kids, make them hang goods in their hands, tippy toes, fingertips on the walls. Nothing was working with them, nothing at all. Me and her started getting into it real hot and heavy over it. I told her, I said, I can't be putting up with this. I said, I just left this same relationship because of the same issues.
Sure.
I mean, my stepdaughter, towards the end, she started acting up real bad towards me, telling me, oh, I hate you, I don't want you here.
How old was she?
16.
And that was...
I'm sorry, 7.
And that was Priscilla's daughter?
Yes, the one I raised.
The one you raised.
6 months old.
So how long into your relationship with Brittany did the kids really start becoming, let's say, borderline unbearable?
About 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago.
Yes.
And
I kept arguing with her.
That's when everything really started jumping
I kept
off.
telling her, I said, either you need to find somewhere to go with you and your disrespectful kids.
Right.
Or I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess she got tired that night when me and her got into it. She went up there, took them, kept telling me she's going to take them and drop them off. I said, I don't care what you do with them.
Sure.
I said, I ain't
You've
got
had
no
it.
part in it.
Right.
I said, you go ahead and take my bed, do whatever you want with them.
Sure.
I mean, I wasn't refusing her a vehicle to where she could take them to her sisters or
Right.
moms. I mean, something.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing I know, I get that text from her.
And what the text said?
On my way back, he's dead. I mean, she told me
Wow.
she was taking them up to Rush Run
Mm-hmm.
and dropping them off.
Mm-hmm.
Me and her done it twice before as a scare tactic.
Had taken them up to Rose's Run?
We dropped them off right there by the bathroom. I drive out by the exit there, turn around right back in.
Right.
Well, I mean, they learned something, they'd be all right for 2-3 days and then pack it right back up.
How long would you guys normally leave them there?
Just long enough to drive right out to the road, turn around right back
So
in.
maybe 10 minutes. Maybe.
Not even that, I mean, 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. So when she left with them, it was your understanding that she was not bringing them back. She was going to drop them off somewhere.
I didn't know exactly where she was dropping them off. I mean, she said that she was taking them to Rush Run.
Mm-hmm. But she told you that when she left.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought she was just going, like I said, we did a couple other times, turn around and pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she called me. I'm at the wrong place. I can't find the place. So then I said, just turn your ass around, come the fuck back home.
Mm-hmm. And this is text.
No, this is phone call.
Phone calls, okay.
Because she called me saying she was at that building at the wrong place.
Okay.
Whereas I mean, the only place I've ever been in Rush Run was right there at the lake.
There's a couple of different areas over there.
Well, there's also another place across the lake where I've been, but I ain't never seen no buildings.
Sure.
So I had no idea where she was.
So, but you then gave her directions, I guess.
I told her at Rush Run boat dock.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing I said.
Sure.
Then, I mean, that was after her insisting, I'm dropping them off somewhere. Fuck these men, I'm dropping them off somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well,
she kept that up with me. I told her twice. I said, turn your ass around and just bring them the fuck on home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next thing I know, I get that text. On my way home, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Call her. What the fuck you mean he's dead?
Right.
I said, turn your ass around and go get him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about calling the police on her. I told her that then.
Sure.
She started crying, begging me not to.
Right.
I mean, I love her. I care about her. So I did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I fucked up.
Yeah, I get it.
I fucked up.
So you told her to go back and get him.
Yeah.
And she did.
Yes.
And again,
And I also told her, I said, you should have called the police when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I said, at least then it would have been an accident instead of a murder.
Right. So what's your gut? Do you think it was an accident? How did she explain?
She told me 2 or 3 different stories about it. I mean, like I told you yesterday, one minute she told me he had to hold up the handle of the van, one minute he didn't.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, he had to hold up the handle of the van.
Mm-hmm.
Did you run him over? No. I swear to God I didn't run him over. I asked the other 2 kids because they were supposed to have seen it all. They said no, she did not run him over.
Right.
I mean, When I seen him, I did not see no indications of him being ran over, nothing.
When you saw him, did he have any visible injuries?
Just a big one right here on his head.
Like was it bleeding?
Not bad, I mean.
Was he bleeding anywhere else from his?
No.
So, she brings him back home. So how did James get moved from the car to the house?
She did.
Okay. So when she brought him in, where did she put him?
Laid him in the living room floor right there as soon as she walked in. She took off her coat, hung it up, sat down beside him.
Which coat was she wearing?
That pink one.
Has it got writing on it or markings or anything?
No, it's pink with a bunch of fur in it and that.
Okay. So, where were the other kids?
Right there with her.
So, did they walk in with her while she's carrying him?
She came in first. They were still busy getting out of the van, closing the van door back.
What were they doing? Were they crying? Were they freaking out?
No.
Were they?
No.
They say a word?
Just act normal. I mean, like nothing happened.
So, did they go upstairs or stay down there with you guys?
They stayed right down there with us. I mean, they've been so bad, we ain't even been letting them sleep in their own rooms. They've all been in the corners for 3 months, 4 months. I mean, there might have been a break in between here where they got out for a little bit. And I kept telling them, it's your decision.
Sure.
If you lie to me, you're going to be in the corner.
Right. The kid.
Yes. I mean, that's what I kept on running. You keep lying, you're in the corner. You keep getting in trouble, not doing what you want, instead of what you've been told, you're in the corner still.
So, he's laying in the living room floor, and did he stay there until he was taken elsewhere?
No, I got tired of him laying there myself. I carried him up, stuck him in the front bedroom upstairs. Okay.
The front bedroom. Was that the little one?
No.
Which bedroom was that?
You go straight up the steps and straight in.
Okay. And what, did you lay him on a mattress or on a blanket, on a rug?
I just laid him on the floor.
Flat on the floor.
I mean, she didn't even have enough time to care to see. He closed the boy's eyes. I did.
Right. So, at what point what did you guys discuss then?
I was trying to get her to go ahead and call the police there. She didn't want to. She was worried about going to jail. She ain't ever been in jail a day in her life at that. I have been.
Sure.
Told her, if anything, I can't see you go to jail and be without your babies and that. I told her, I said, I'll step up to the plate and take the fall for everything.
Right. I gotcha. So, how long was he in that residence until he was moved?
1 night.
So, 24 hours?
Yes.
So, kind of starting there, when did you guys decide where you were going to take him?
We never really did decide. All what we decided was a bridge in the river.
And tell me again, which bridge exactly was that?
The bridge that goes from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, into Kentucky.
So you're familiar with that area, I guess?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. So,
what bridge did she take you on to last night and tell you it was?
One kind of down that way.
Y'all told me she was here, there, and everywhere when y'all was investigating her and that. I mean, you sure it's right one?
No, I'm not. That's totally why I'm here talking to you. One of the reasons is just kind of making sure, because like I told you, she told us.
But as for up at Rush Run, I cannot tell you nothing about up there. And like I kept telling y'all, you guys put us all in the same room, question us all at once, I'll get the truth out. You'll know the truth.
So you tell me that is for sure the bridge that you guys took him to?
I don't know if she took you to, right?
No, the one that you just told me about, the one by Lawrenceburg.
Was.
What road was that?
275, I believe it is.
Okay. So you guys get there, and who was driving?
I was.
You were driving. So you guys are getting there. You guys get there. Kind of take me through a play-by-play of...
Well, we're getting close up to the bridge. Notice there's some cars coming up behind me.
What time of night was this?
Well, it was probably 2 o'clock, 2:30 when we left the house.
On Sunday morning, yesterday morning. Okay. So I'm sorry. So you leave about 2:30.
Yes.
And you pretty much drive straight there?
Yes.
Okay.
About 45 minute, maybe an hour drive.
Mm-hmm. So you get there, then what happens? You start pulling up to the bridge like you just said.
Well, I got maybe about 100 yards away from the bridge. I noticed there was headlights coming up behind me. I told her, she said, pull over, stop, wait a minute, let them pass you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did.
Okay.
Then once they passed and got so far ahead, I put it down in drive, turned my headlights back on, took off about halfway across the bridge, stopped, put it in park. She grabbed his feet, I grabbed his shoulders and threw him.
Mm-hmm. So what was he wearing?
Red jacket, red and black and gray jacket, tan pants. Had another little black thin jacket on underneath that red one.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a mask on or anything, or any kind of hat or anything else?
I know when she left with him, he did have a red hat on, and when he came back, I didn't see no red hat.
When they left going to Rush Run?
Yes, he had on black and white shoes.
Mm-hmm. So, did he have his glasses on when she brought him back from Rush Run?
No, he did not.
He did not. So, you guys pull up, you guys see a car and you pull over right before the bridge, or 100 yards before the bridge.
About 100 yards.
Right around there. You wait, you go by. As soon as that happens, you guys pull up and you just, there's really not much room there.
She jumps out.
Did you? Okay.
I didn't even open my driver's door. I just climbed around. She opened the side slider door, grabbed his feet, I grabbed his shoulders.
So did you just crawl up through the van, or did you get out on the road and go around?
No, I never got out and went around the van.
Okay.
I crawled back up through it.
Okay, so you got out, you helped her get him out. So there's a little bit of a ledge there. Did he hit that ledge?
Not that I'm aware of, sir. As soon as we let him go, I jumped right back in the van. When we got going some, she looked at me and said, I heard him hit, and kind of giggled about it even.
Right. So, did you see him, did he float? Did you see him floating?
I don't know. I had no idea. We got straight back in the van and we took off.
Tell me about the rope.
Well, she and I both kept threatening to hog tie them for weeks, and I mean weeks. Well, finally she decided that let's go ahead and hog tie them, see if that'll work. That didn't work neither. They woke us up to 2-something in the morning, Friday morning, and that's when all of that happened.
So all three of them were hog-tied?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
is she just telling you one?
No. And again, that's kind of where we are. You're worried entirely too much about what she said. Well, now listen. I want the whole truth too. That's why you know the whole truth. You're sitting here fishing me to see what I know, and I've been fished by the best of them, and I'm not going to be a dick about it, but you ain't the best.
I mean,
okay, I've got a lot of info here.
She wanted something to help hold him down in the water. There was a brick tied to his chest.
There's a brick tied to him?
Yes.
What kind of brick?
About this long, about that thick.
Like a cinder block brick, or like what kind of brick?
Something like a cinder block brick. It's more like a yard walking stone brick. I mean, it's about this long, probably about this wide.
Where did it come from?
About that thick. Found it in the backyard.
In your old backyard?
No, a backyard around the corner.
Okay. So you go out the back of your yard.
I never went looking for him, sir.
You do what?
We never went looking for him or nothing Sunday morning like that was said.
Right. Where'd you get the brick? You go out of the back of your yard and you go to the right down the alley or to the left down the alley?
To the right.
So you went to the right. Did you go to the cross alley or did you go on? So you go to the cross alley and you make a left.
Yes.
So
some bricks in that lane there, and I found that one.
On the right side or the left side?
On the right side, I believe, sir. I can't remember.
Okay, sure. When did you go get that brick?
Saturday.
Saturday, and you were trying to find something to hold him down. So the brick you said is tied around his chest.
Yes.
Is it tied tight?
Kind of tight, yes, sir.
So are there holes or notches or anything on the brick?
There was one hole straight through the center of it.
Like long ways?
I mean, there's 3 little holes all together.
Sure.
But the one was all the way through that was in the center.
Right. So the brick, I'm going to say it looks something like that.
Oh.
So where are there holes? Show me where the holes are.
First one like right in here. And there's another one right in here. And another one right in here.
Okay. And is there one through it?
No.
Okay.
So when they're sideways, like it's laying there, there's no jumping that away. It's just that away.
So where on James is the brick tied?
His chest.
Like across?
Well, it's
or is it up and down?
Long ways.
Okay.
Up and down.
And what did you use to tie that with? Rope. What kind of rope? Like nylon rope? Like
yes. Right.
What's it made out of? Well, I'm not going to ask you that because I have no idea what any of my ropes are made out of. What color is it?
Red and black.
Okay. And when did you guys get this rope? When did you buy this rope?
Friday.
So you bought it Friday. Where at?
Walmart.
Okay. And did you use cash or card?
Cash.
Okay, I'm going to give you this. She told me you use cash because your landlord had just given you a little bit of money. It fronted you a little bit.
I've been sick
right.
all week.
So that's exactly what she said. See, this is how this works. I know a shitload of information about this. A lot of it's been confirmed, and I've ruled out some of it. Well, some of it that you told us initially. Now, with that being said, I'm not holding that against you because you're a little bit freaked out. But here's where we are. Right now is going to be one of your only opportunities to genuinely show me that you're going to cooperate. This is good. This is good because I knew all this. And we got a shitload of motherfuckers down there right now dragging us forever look for this old fella. So I'm going to ask, I'm going to ask you a very, very big question that and regardless of what you think you know about forensics, I don't know everything about forensics, but I've been told by several forensic people that we've got quite a long time that we can still find him due to water conditions and still be able to determine how he died. I'll just say it like that. We've still got plenty of time to do that because the water's colder than fuck right now. And that water's kind of deep right there, so it's going to be even colder. So basically, he's going to be pretty much preserved, and we're going to find him if, in fact, that's where you guys put him. That's why it's very important that you're totally honest. Because the story about when, where, and why...
I'll take you right to the exact spot on that bridge.
Okay. You dropped him off on your first trip over that bridge?
No, second.
Third.
I'm sorry, because I went up, I turned around, came back across it.
Mm-hmm.
We got off at Lawrenceburg there, turned around, and came back on.
Okay,
and that's when I pulled over, stopped, and waited.
So you
on the way down, the first trip, I was in between, it was after Kilby and Lawrenceburg.
Mm-hmm.
On the way down, I told her, I said, I wish I would have let you drive to where I went ahead and tied this brick around.
Sure. Was it already tied?
No.
Okay. So you actually did it there?
No. We stopped after we passed Kilby Road exit.
So Kilby's, if you're coming from, I guess...
You go down 75, you get on 275,
right,
going towards Indiana.
Right, you go by like Springdale and all that shit.
Instead of taking 74, you go on off to 275 there for Indiana.
Okay.
We went around there. Once you get around that bend, and that's the very first exit, it's going to be Kilby exit.
And is that before Lawrenceburg?
Yes.
Okay.
I got maybe, because there's like 4 miles, maybe 5 miles in between them two exits. Mm-hmm. I got maybe about 2 miles up.
Past Kilby?
Yes.
So you're in between Kilby and Lawrenceburg?
Yes.
Okay.
Pulled over and stopped, turned off all my headlights, shut the van off and on.
And this was actually on 275 between Kilby and Lawrenceburg?
Yes.
You never got off at Kilby?
No.
But between Kilby and Lawrenceburg, they're in the bend.
Well, it wasn't so much of a bend.
Right. It's like the curve there that loops kind of around to the bridge.
Yes.
Because you go on around, there's Lawrenceburg, you keep going, there's a bridge.
Well, I was way before that.
Okay.
I stopped in that.
But you were between Kilby and the bridge, or in
Lawrenceburg.
Gotcha. So that's where you tied them with the rope.
Yes.
So is the rope still in your house somewhere, or did you guys toss it out somewhere?
The only piece that left is in the garbage that she threw away.
Outside the house?
Yes.
Okay. What about the rope in the garage down over on Logan?
There is a piece in there too, sir.
Okay. Is there really any in the garbage, or is it all over there?
She tied a bag up with some in the garbage.
What was in the bag?
There's, as far as I know, it's just that piece of rope, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else in there?
There might be a couple little pieces of rope in there where they was gagged, their mouths and that too.
Okay.
I mean, you see, I'm trying to keep it 100%.
Right. Well, and you see, this is making it a lot easier. And I can already tell your shoulders have dropped a little bit. Dude, I know a lot of this stuff. I wasn't bullshitting you when I came in here. I know a lot of this stuff. And I've still got questions I want to ask you, and you're doing great. You're doing great. Because by you withholding little itty-bitty things, you know, you drove instead of riding the shotgun. That doesn't change any of this. You were still there with her during this. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, don't look ahead. Don't read into what I'm asking you. Because the charges, I mean, it's already happened, whatever you guys did. It's just a matter of figuring out exactly when and where. Hold on. Hey. And just keep it, it's a matter of figuring out exactly who, what, and where did what. All right? So don't think too far into what I'm asking you. All right? So how did this rope wind up in the garage?
Me and her decided, Sunday morning before we came down here to take it over there.
Okay, is that the only thing you took over to the garage? You take that hat, you take his glasses, clothes?
His glasses is in there.
Is in the garage?
Yes, sir. I mean, you take me there, I'll get them on out for you.
Okay, where are they at in the garage?
There's, I don't recall right off, sir. It's underneath with,
Is in there where the hard drives were?
Yes. That's what I can tell you, same place the hard drives are.
Right. How many hard drives are there?
Well, there's one with everything on it, the other one that don't have nothing on it.
Okay, what all is on the one that's got everything on it?
What all you'll see, her leaving with the kids by herself. Got taking them out to rush run. Her coming back in with the kids by herself, carrying him in.
Did you watch all of that?
No, I was laying on the couch, sir.
Whenever she was walking them out. So your DVD
She came and beat on the door. When I heard a beat on the door, I jumped up, hurried up, and opened it for her.
Okay. And then you realized what was going on, then you yanked it. So where was that hard drive? In that DVR system?
No, it's not. I took it out.
Okay. So
she literally wanted me to help her cover it.
Right. I mean, and I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that a bit. So,
I mean, literally, you take me over there to the garage and say you're destroying it, and I'll go right to the spot, grab them out, and hand straight to you.
Okay. What color are they?
They're in a blue and white box.
Okay. Are they broke or anything?
No.
Is there blood on them?
No.
Okay.
I mean, my main concern, sir, the rent's due today. I don't want to lose my house. I got the rent in my safe. I got like $1,100 altogether in my safe to pay the rent and gas and electric bill that's still due. Trying to get in touch with the landlord.
What else am I going to find in that garage?
As in like
as in anything?
A couple guns.
Okay. Where are they at?
Right over by where the hard drives and all of that is.
What kind of guns?
There's one 22 rifle, a 357 Magnum, and a 38.
Where are those from?
The 22 rifle, I have no idea. I bought it from a friend. I traded him a compound bow.
Okay.
Right here in the middle.
Sure.
The 357 Magnum belongs to an Aaron Boggs, right along with the 38 Special. His son, he died. He gave them to his stepson. When his stepson died, I wound up with them. They like sentimental value.
I got it. And no big deal. Are you prohibited from owning firearms?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's another charge on me now.
That's irrelevant. That's least
unless you don't just overlook them for me and just take them, conversate them.
Right. What else are we going to find in there?
That'd be it, sir.
Okay.
His glasses.
The hard drives.
Hard drive.
So.
Nothing besides my tools.
So yours. So as of. Let me just make sure I got this right. Friday night, all three of the kids are acting up.
Well, actually, sir, more and more I think about it, it was Thursday night.
Thursday night, all three of the kids were acting up.
Well, they've been acting up the whole
Right, but they were acting up enough that Friday, you guys you bought rope from Walmart.
Yes, Friday.
What time of day was it?
Probably around 5
a.m. or p.m.?
I didn't get my check until like 4:30. I went up to the bank. I cashed it.
Rope, 5 p.m. on Friday. And did you get that from the camping area, from hardware?
I don't remember what area it was in, sir.
I got you. So, but you guys went there. Were all the kids with you and stuff?
No, it was just me by myself, sir.
So you went there Friday about 5 to go buy rope?
Yes.
Well,
that wasn't the only thing. I went up there. I got me some more thermal flu.
Right. But you and Brittany had already been discussing hog tying them.
Well, me and her both has been threatening it for months.
Threatening to hog tie them.
Yes.
I gotcha. So from there, you get the rope on Friday, and they're still acting like animals. So at what point did you tie?
It was Thursday, sir.
That
all of this happened, if I really believe correctly, all of this happened Thursday night.
So you bought the rope on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. So Thursday or Friday, the kids were acting up. You go to Walmart about 5 p.m. and you buy the rope because you guys had been threatening to hog tie them, to make them behave, because all else has failed.
I mean, I went as far as I had her call the state of Ohio and all of that. They wanted her to open up a case on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Make her have to go through a bunch of classes and all of this with them. I mean, they're the ones that was acting up, sir. I feel like
Sure, I got you. So Thursday or Friday night about 5, you go to Walmart and buy. So we'll go with Thursday. You go to Walmart and you buy rope.
Well, if I ain't mistaken, sir, it was literally Thursday night.
Okay, Thursday.
I mean,
so Thursday about 5, you go to.
It might have been even Wednesday I bought the rope, right? Because we had the rope for a while before. I was laid it right there on the floor and behind them and showed them me. I said, look, I'm not playing with you all anymore.
So you bought the rope, you've been threatening to tie them up all the time because they're acting like little assholes. And then when did you...
State wouldn't do nothing.
Right, when did you guys first tie them up with the rope?
Thursday.
Thursday night, about what time?
I want to say probably about 8 o'clock,
8 p.m. in the evening. So you tie them up. So where was at when you tied her up?
She was standing in the corner.
Was she on the ground? Was she laying there? How did you tie her?
She made her lay on the ground, and then she went to Brittany.
Oh, okay.
She went to tie her up, and she said, would you please help me? I don't know how to tie nobody up. I never did. Yeah, sure, I'll help you. I did tie the other two up, though.
So were they on their stomachs, actually hog-tied?
Yes.
Laying back like you were hog-tied?
Yes.
Were they crying?
No, none of them cried about it. None of them nothing. I mean,
how long were they tied up? I'm sorry. So this is Thursday at about what time?
About 8:30.
8:30.
8:30, somewhere along in there.
8:30. So they were tied up Thursday, 8 or 8:30. Where were they at in that house?
Upstairs in the closet.
Where?
Upstairs in the closet.
In the closet. That kind of big room closet, or in a small
That was
closet?
in that middle room in that closet.
So you go upstairs, the one on the right.
They was in a room. Yes, when you went upstairs, the one right there on the right.
Yes.
That was the room. They was right there in that closet.
Okay. How big's that closet? It's not big, is it?
No.
So they were
probably maybe from that door casing out to that door casing, that square right there.
So they're tied up in there, and how long were they in there?
About 10 o'clock, I told her, I said, you might want to go up there and untie them before they lose circulation in their hands and all of that.
Sure.
Fuck them, I ain't untying them with anything. I said, well, I'm dead serious, you might want to, for real. And I went in, lay down, 12 o'clock, woke up, went to use the bathroom, went up, checked on them, they all seemed fine, and then...
So at noon, they were still good, but they were still on time.
Yes.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, around 2:30 in the morning, I was hearing noises. I wake up.
So were they crying when you checked on them at noon?
No. I woke up, went up there. That's when they was up there making a lot of noises, being loud.
Were they yelling, like, to get untied, or just... laughing
and go to the bathroom, laughing and joking.
I gotcha.
I went down, woke her up, told her and all of that. She went up there.
And now we're at 2:30 on Friday morning.
Yes.
Okay.
She went up there, untied them, and me and her got into an argument and that's when.
What'd you get into it over?
Them kids acting up all the time and that. I mean, I told her 9 years was the oldest one.
Mm-hmm.
She told me every time she disciplined them, somebody would baby them.
Sure.
I said, well, instead of you letting somebody baby them for disciplining them, you should have done something about the person babying them. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't be as bad as they are now.
Right.
And it just kept leading on. I kept telling her that same thing over and over. Well, she went upstairs at 2:30, went up there, she untied them, let them out, told them all to lay down, go to bed. They all was up there still being loud and that. She went up there, made them put on their shoes and that's when she left with them, headed to the restaurant.
Was James alive then?
Yes, James was alive when he left my house, sir.
Am I going to see that on video?
Yes, you'll see him walk out the door and all, but
okay. So she left and went to restaurant, and that's whenever all that kind of jumped off. So at what point did you get all the rope out of the house? Did you guys get all the rope out of the house?
Sunday before we came here.
So she went to restaurant. Whatever happened with James happened. She brings him back home.
Early Friday morning.
So you guys basically sit on him for 24 hours trying to figure out what to do.
Well, Friday morning, me and her was discussing all about what to do and that with him.
Well, that would have been Saturday morning, because they were tied up Friday morning.
No, Thursday's when they was tied up.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I literally,
I think about it
more and more in my head.
And it'll be on the video.
It was Thursday night when all this happened, when she accidentally killed her son.
Okay.
It wasn't on Friday night. He was in my house 2 nights there, sir.
Okay. So
the first night is when she first came back with him. First was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Me and her were supposed to get up early Friday morning.
So
early Friday.
So well, hold on. Let me make sure I got this. So Thursday night is whenever the hog tying happened.
Yes.
So
that's when everything happened.
That's whenever everything really just started. Thursday night, about 5 o'clock, they were a hog. No. Thursday night,
8:30.
About 8 or 8:30, they were hog tied.
Yes.
Tied. And then, so at about, said, what time did you go check on them?
About 12 o'clock when I woke up to use the restroom.
So I'm going to say midnight, you checked on them.
They all was fine up there, sleeping and quiet.
And then now we're at Friday. We're Friday morning at about 2:30 is whenever they were really acting up.
Yep.
You guys untied them, and
she untied.
Oh, okay.
I didn't untie.
I got you. And she went to rush run.
Well, it might have been about 3 o'clock before she left with the to rush run.
I got you. 2:45. So she gets back home Friday
morning around 4:30, 4:45, somewhere along
between 4 and 5. I'll leave it at that. And so that's whenever he gets brought in the house and stays there until you guys leave with him on Sunday morning.
Well, it was, because it was after midnight.
Yeah. So Sunday, about what time did you guys leave?
About 2:30.
2:30.
About 2:15 between 2 and 2:30 is when we left.
2 and 2:30. And then you went to the river. And then you guys, but on your way to the river, you dropped off the rope at the garage?
No.
When did you do that? Once you got back?
Sunday morning here.
Okay. So then later Sunday morning.
Well, on the way to the river, we pulled over, stopped, tied them up.
Sure. And, but
then tied the brick around.
Right.
And then tied them up.
And then after he went in the water, you guys came back home. Did you go back home and get the rope and stuff?
Yes.
So when did you pull the hard drive out of the DVD player?
Sunday morning.
About what time? After you got back home?
After we got back home.
From the river?
Yeah, she fell asleep, and I sat there and fell asleep, woke back up at 8 o'clock. So between 8 or 9 is when it stopped.
Is that when you pulled the hard drive?
Yes.
So between 8 and 9
a.m.
you pulled the hard drive. And then you guys came down to the PD Sunday at about, that was like 10:30 maybe?
I believe so, yes.
10:30, okay. Well, okay. Your coffee is so good. You want some more? Yeah, I'm gonna grab you some more, and I've got to go. I've actually got to make a call about another case. I'll be right back. All right?
Okay. And what did I get involved to?
Here you go, bub. All right, I'll be right back with you, okay?
Yes, sir. Why I agreed to this stupid shit, man. I should have just called the fucking police on her like I was going to. God, I'm a fucking idiot. Fucking stupid bastard.
your plea?
Guilty.
Guilty 4 times over.
Guilty.
Today, James Hamilton admitted to abusing his girlfriend, Brittany Gosney's 6-year-old son, James Hutchinson, by hog-tying him and shoving cloth in his mouth. Hamilton also admitted to dumping James's body in the Ohio River after his mother murdered him.
Guilty.
Hamilton's wife, stepdaughter, and sister sobbed in the courtroom and also tried putting most of the blame on Gosney.
Brittany's always been mean to them kids. She was not forced to do nothing. I mean, like I said, I've been with James Hamilton for 17 and a half years. He's never forced me to do anything.
Although Hamilton may not have had a role in murdering James, prosecutor Mike Moser says he's just as evil.
He's not the monster everybody's making him out to be. He's really not.
When he threw his body in the Ohio River, that is the act of a calculated monster. To hold that body in a room for hours on end, in a cold room so it wouldn't decompose, and they could think through what they were going to do. And how would they dispose of that body? And tying him up to a brick and driving miles to the Ohio River and throwing his body in. That's not monstrous conduct. I beg to differ with them.
And Hamilton faces up to 19 years in prison. He is scheduled to be sentenced in October. Now, little James's body has never been recovered from the Ohio River, and prosecutors do